to Midday Kentucky, everyone. Let me rehash where we were before the break. I'm Reverend Marsha from Bluegrass United Church of Christ. I invited her in to discuss the holiday celebrations from different faiths around this time of the year. Thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. You were talking a little bit before we went to break about interfaith. Just recap that for me a little bit.
Well, you know, I grew up in eastern Kentucky in Appalachia and was in a Baptist church and really was taught all my life that Christianity was the way, not a way. And then when I went to seminary, I took a world religion class from a Jew. And it really opened my eyes to different faiths and respect. And then I went to Chautauqua, which is in upstate New York, and they talk a lot about interfaith. And I thought about it a lot, and I studied about it a lot. And to me, it, you know, so many wars and disagreements, even with family and friends, are over the issue of religion, of someone claiming their path is the path instead of a path. And I just think there are many paths to the Creator, to the divine, however you call that. And when we respect those paths, we also learn a lot. I mean, I've learned so much from my Muslim friends and my Jewish friends and my Buddhist friends. And frankly, I used a little bit of all of their practices in my own meditations.
Okay, I understand. Where do you stand on religion in schools, and should there be all different types of religions? And I like the idea of, because I like, you know, I don't know whether everyone knows at home, but I do like going to different churches and seeing what's going down. Do you know what I mean? 1 minute, if I want to feel up and you know, I'm off to Rhonda's church at Winchester, and then I'm over to yours, who's you know, very loving and caring towards the LGBTQ community. I go to so many different churches because I get something from everyone.
Yeah, sure.
So is this something that we should look at with our kids? Give them the opportunity to experience?
Well, you know, there was a law passed that now there can be in curriculum be taught religion. And when that came out, my thought was, I hope that in that there's some requirement for us to teach kids about all faiths.
Interesting.
Because my fear is that folks will focus just on Christianity. And I don't think that's healthy because, first of all, there are a lot of different faiths of children. And so I know teachers in elementary school, and they have Muslim kids who, when they are observing fasting, the children literally go and fast and skip lunch and go to the window and have a prayer time. And that's open for anybody of any faith, where the schools are not restricting people from observing religion. They just can't endorse any particular religion. And I think that's the right way to go.
So my thoughts are, is it wrong of me to have the thought that if someone is observing that part of their faith, that you make that a teaching moment? Is it wrong to do that?
I think it's a slippery slope for teachers.
Okay.
Because they have to make sure they include a lot of different religions.
Right.
And so that it can be a really slippery slope for teachers. But I think with an intentional curriculum, it could be really great for folks to understand that,
I like that
in school.
Okay. Where do we go to be better people with each other at this time of the year? And
Well,
I don't mean going to church. I mean,
yes.
where do we go?
Well, I think, first of all, we have to be intentional about it, Troy. You know, I had to be intentional about learning about other faiths. And I had to go into that intentionality with a mindset of, I really want to understand. And the more I understood, the more I respected. And I've given a couple tools. This calendar that's given to me by parishioners starting 3 years ago, I'm telling you, it really changed my whole outlook.
Right.
Every month has a summary of different faiths and what their holidays that month. At the back, it has a summary of every faith, and then at the very back, it has a whole index of holidays.
And this is the website we're looking at up on the screen now, the multi-faith calendar.
Yes.
So people can go onto that website and have a look at all the faiths that are
Absolutely.
happening.
And I would honestly suggest that if they're interested in learning about different faiths, they order this. It is amazing. It's a sort of one-stop shop to learn about other faiths and to know through the calendar year what's being celebrated.
Well, Reverend Marsha, we wish you a Merry Christmas, if I may say that.
And I know that you are of Christian faith for the most part, so I will say
am.
Merry Christmas.
Thank
and
you.
to others of different faiths, I would say Happy Holidays.
That's so sweet. Back after this short break, everyone. Of course, if you want to see this amazing pastor in action, there's all the information of her wonderful church. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
See you soon.